Hello, welcome to another Parts Factory Australia installation tutorial video. Today I'm working on this 2001 to 07 ZZE Corolla hatchback. More specifically, we're changing the fuel pump. If you currently have a no start issue or you have sluggish performance and someone's let you know that it might possibly be the fuel filter, that's the area we're going into. I'm going to show you where it's located, how to access it, how to remove it, grab a new one, put the whole fuel assembly in, and hopefully we can start the car up and you're on your way back down the road. Now guys, if you did need this product, Parts Factory Australia has them. Free express post anywhere in Australia, $148.30. You can buy the product, get it shipped directly to your door, then use this video to help you to assist to install it, saving you up to $500 for parts and labor. So if you appreciate that guys, give the video a thumbs up now, and if you can, subscribe to the channel. But nothing really else to talk about. Let's jump straight into this job. Alright guys, so majority of the time the hatchback and sedan, they're both going to be very similar. If you have a sedan however, the seats will pop up a different way. If you have a hatchback like this one, they just pop up like this, and that way you don't have to worry about any clips breaking or etc, etc. Now, pretty straightforward. You literally just come in, pull them up, one, you got one over here, pull it up two, like that. You can just stick it up out of your way. See how they lock in that out position? I'll turn the light on for you. Right guys, so in the hatch and sedan, they're both still in the center, just there like that. So you can pull this carpet back, and you can access it pretty much immediately. Bang, like that. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set something up to hold this carpet back so that the camera isn't obstructed, so you can see clearly. But realistically, you could do it without doing anything with the carpet. You just pull it back and pop that off, and yeah, I'll show you the rest in a sec. Right guys, so as you can see, we can now see the fuel pump clearly, but we're now gonna undo the battery terminal so that there's no chance of any electrical sparks. We'll whip open our bonnet, staying it open, and we're going to remove this negative terminal here. It's literally just a 10mm. So grab your 10mm, loosen it off, remove your terminal right out of the way, and then we'll see you back at the pump. Alrighty guys, we've undone our battery. It's now time to take this cap off this fuel sender. So you can just use a little flathead screwdriver. It's just glue guys, so you just pop it up and then you'll feel it lift. You can just peel it off and then pop this little plastic grommet through that cap and drag it out of the way. So as you can see, we've now accessed the area we're looking for. We're gonna remove this bloody plug, which is just literally use this flathead, press it in, and then because it hasn't been removed in a while, you might find it'll be a bit sticky, but there it goes there. So now we've got all the electrics out of the way. Obviously it's now time to remove our fuel hoses. Now your return hose is the easier one, so of course naturally we're going to start with it. It's a little yellow tab. Can you see the yellow tab there? Just. Basically guys, you just need a flathead screwdriver and just put it in the little gap and you can just pry it out. And it's basically just a little clip guys. I'm sure you can work it out. You can even use your hands. Like I've just used my hands to start it. See how I spreaded those little ends, and then you can grab your little screwdriver, finish it off. Now as this is a return hose, in theory there should be a little bit of fuel pressure there, so at this point what you can do is go grab a little rag so that any fuel that sprays is going to be caught by the rag. So I'll go grab a rag. So at this point I've got my little rag and I've moved my little yellow clip out of the way. To make things easier, I'm going to fully remove the yellow clip, and to do that, again, you're just pressing the little yellow tabs and you can see how it's fully come out of the way. Now we're going to use our rag and we're just going to give it a wiggle. Hopefully the pressure will actually assist us to remove it. We don't want to break any of these hoses either. That would be an expensive little job. So I'm going to just continue to, there you go. So no pressure at all, which is good for us. We can just move that little hose out of the way. This one's the same, and because the fuel pressure is contained behind the fuel injectors, it could, even though this one's off, this one could have pressure as well. So we're going to see these two little tabs here. You basically squish them like so, and then wiggle it off in the same sort of way. So I'm going to attempt to do that with the rag in my hand. I'm going to squish them, and we're just going to gently wiggle off the main high pressure fuel hose line. Okay guys, so I've had a look at this. It is exactly what I said, but a little tip, you can grab these little butterfly, bring it this direction, squeeze it harder, bring it this direction, squeeze it harder. Oh, I had it before.
Are you saying
It's just because my fingers are sore now.
Pull it towards you, push the tabs in, then pull it away?
Exactly, yeah. So guys, as I said at the start of when I first started trying to do this, it is just press those tabs in. Yes, your fingers get sore though. There is a proper tool to do this. You can get it if you want, but I'll let you know right now, it is possible without it. So I've just pressed that in, popped it off, and we're gonna put the little hose off to the side. Hopefully we can, yep, there you go. Jam it in a position where it's not annoying. So the remainder is just 8mm screws. It's also Phillips heads. Obviously I'm gonna try my Phillips head screwdriver first. Screw gun, bzz, 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 all of them out. Fuel pump out, and of course new one in, and we'll fire up. Now guys, if you've got an old drill, everyone knows it's probably doing this job. In the back of these drills, there's little sparks that are created if it's an old one. So obviously I'm using my new one. As you have fuel vapors rising, theoretically, if you have an old drill, a fuel tank and a bit of spark, you could end up toast. So you don't want to do that. Have a nice drill, or just use a little little wrench. If you don't trust the wrench you've got, or the power tool you got. Right, so we've got our little 8mm, our little plastic clip. We're gonna move it out of the way so we don't lose anything. Because at this point, it's now time to pull our fuel pump out of its little chamber. Now, you can just grab the little top nozzle. There is gonna be fuel in it. So you have to do it in a way where the fuel is not coming past this red part. You know, it can go onto the ground and it can go back into the tank, but obviously you do not want to be spilling it on your interior of your car. Naturally, it's going to be pretty hard to do that. We'll give it our best try. So I've got it halfway out. You kind of have to bring it out on an angle, but you can see there the fuel level sender has just exited the building and it's just sitting there, good to be pulled out of the car in one clean movement. Alrighty guys, so at this point you got your fuel pump out of the car. You can remove this little ring. Now hopefully by this point you've got your new pump. Obviously smack it here, line this tab up. I'll pretend like this is my new one. We're going to be putting this one back in because there's nothing wrong with it. This is a perfectly good fuel pump. But yeah, as I said, if you need it, click on the title of this video, drop the description down, purchase it, get it on its way to you, and then of course use this video to fit it back into the car. Right guys, so as you can imagine, it's the same procedure but in reverse. You tuck the fuel level sender and filter in first, sliding it into the hole, and then lining that up, you grab the spout to assist you to drop it down. Remember that they face this direction. Lining up making sure that this little metal thing is still lined up in that little hole there. Okay, so lining up all the holes, making sure everything's in the same position, ready to be plugged back in. Alrighty guys, so fuel pump's in and it's all lined up the same way. It's now time to put our little 8mm in. Of course, they should be put in by hand. You don't cross thread anything. So go around the outside, put all the 8mm in. Alrighty guys, so you've got all the bolts back in. Of course, it's now time to tighten them down to an appropriate amount, going around the edges one by one. Okay guys, so it's now time to bring your main high pressure hose down, and you can just grab it and give it a good squeeze. Okay, it pops on like so, and then remember our high pressure one, low pressure, sorry. Push it down and then grab your yellow clip. Grab your yellow clip, and of course we can just press it back into place. Sometimes they're hard to start. No, there it is there, and then it just pops through, and look at that. It's almost a magnet. Okay, so now it's time to get our cap and our plug back in. So plug your pump back in, press it down, bring your cap over, and tuck the little rubber grommet through the hole all the way, and then rotate your cap around to the position that it was in, which I think it was about there. Oh yeah, the arrow points forward. Lining it up like that, you can press down, grab your grommet, and you literally just push the grommet in so that all of the fuel vapors and whatnot are captured in under the car with a good seal. Alrighty, so to do this the best possible way, you grab these two and you lower this one down, popping it into place, and of course fold up this center seat belt, sticking it into place. Jump on the top, so I'm going to leave all this under there, not my car, and then we're going to bring this down, popping that into place, right in the position, and that's it guys. That's your fuel pump installed. Right, so we put our new fuel pump in. It's now time to reconnect our battery. Should just get it nice and straight, flush, and then of course 10mm tighten to finish. Alrighty guys, and that is all done. You put your new fuel pump in, and then you're ready to start your vehicle. You'll be back on the road in no time guys. Alrighty, if you have appreciated this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you can, and you are doing this type of content, and if you're doing this type of work in the future, maybe you're doing your DIY repairs at home, or you're a mechanic of sorts, subscribe to the channel. You never know when you're going to need another tutorial video such as this one. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. My name's Lucas, and I'll see you next time.